Hey guys, Icy Cat here. Today I'm going to be coming to you in a live format video. It's been a while since I've done one of these and come to you from my basement studio, but I think today warrants that. We've had some interesting developments that have occurred recently in Rainbow Six, and yesterday I did a video that's talking about some of the new content that was coming out in regards to information surrounding these new Outbreak Packs, which are a type of alpha pack, but they're dedicated specifically to the Mission Outbreak mode that will be launching in Operation Chimera. This is content that is cosmetic only, so it's uniforms, headgears, weapon skins, charms, all the things that we associate with traditional alpha packs, although including also some of the uniforms. But these will be something that has, like, you can't get any duplicates of them. They are only available in the separate mode. There's no crossover, so you can't earn Outbreak Packs by playing the regular mode where you would get alpha packs. They're not, they don't have any crossover at all. They're distinct in their own modes. But Outbreak Packs cannot be earned through gameplay. So Outbreak Packs are only unlockable by paying 300 Rainbow credits. You can't get them for Renown. You can't get them any other way than paying actual money for them, unless you have some leftover Rainbow credits from, like, your season pass or whatever. You might have 600 Rainbow credits from that, or whatever the case may be, or you may have some left over from before. But you're essentially paying real money for these, and this is a first-time thing for Rainbow Six. And a ton of people on the forums are really pissed off about two things about this, and this is one of them. So essentially, this is a form of blind purchase gambling, right? I mean, loot crates. How much attention has, like, for instance, Battlefield 2 recently, a few months back, attracted for its utilization of this kind of form of blind purchase gambling. In fact, legislation was looked into, not actually passed. There's some misinformation about that, but it was looked into in Belgium, in the state of Hawaii. Australia was looking at something. Just yesterday, the state of Washington is trying to introduce some legislation regarding loot boxes equating to gambling with the State Gambling Commission. So this is something that's kind of a problem, that legislation is actually being drafted around all across the United States and in other countries around the world. So if you combine that with the fact that EA suffered a massive hit for what they were doing with Battlefield 2, I mean, it was huge gaming community news for quite a while, and EA wound up caving under the pressure and sort of reversing direction on that. Now, Rainbow Six is introducing this too, and it's got a lot of people confused because the popular thing about Rainbow Six's DLC microtransaction has always been that, first of all, and this isn't changing with the new mode either, or with the new method, but there's never gameplay elements locked behind it, right? There's no, like, stronger guns that you can only get in a loot crate, or there's no, I don't know, anything that would change the gameplay that would give you an unfair advantage. It's all about just having purely cosmetic items, weapon skins, charms, whatever. So in that regard, they're optional. So who cares if you don't actually get them, right? But previous to that, Rainbow Six has always done it in such a way that most content you can get in a variety of ways. You can either unlock it through gameplay by grinding the Renown, you can sometimes purchase it with Rainbow credits, or you can, sort of win one in a random alpha pack that you don't have to pay for, although you can buy them for 5,000 Renown each. But again, that's something you can grind Renown for and get them. So there's, like, all different pathways to getting these. You're not locked into one specific course of action that you're committed to for a purchase. The Outbreak Packs can only be purchased with the 300 Rainbow credits. There's no grind path. You can't get them with Renown. And they're blind, so you have no idea what you're getting. This fits the internet definition for gambling. Some actual gaming lawyers have posted some information to kind of clear up the air around this, because some people are like, oh, it's not gambling, it's it's whatever, it's not actual money, but you are spending your money to get a virtual currency system, in this case credits, and then you are making a purchase to receive an item that you do not know what it is. So that is the element of chance, and you have no control over the outcome. And then you are receiving a prize in return. So that does fit the legal system's definition of a system for gambling. And so that's why a lot of these different places are looking at introducing legislation that specifically kind of opens the umbrella to make sure that this isn't, like, overlooked as part of that. So, and again, that's not my opinion. I'm just saying this is what actual like attorneys that deal with like gaming industry situations have actually put out as far as information. So, that's a really sticky problem, and a lot of people are upset that it's taking this direction. The second thing that has a lot of people upset is that the pricing structure of the game is changing, like the actual game itself when you buy it. So currently there's a few different ways that you can buy the game. You can get the starter edition on PC, which is 15 bucks, and because it's cheaper, you have a much longer grind path to unlock the operators. It's like 12,000 renown per operator of the base 20 that you unlock, something like that. I don't have the starter edition, but so it's a way to get into the game for cheaper, but it winds up being a frustrating experience for players because they have to spend so long grinding before they can unlock, more than just a couple of operators. Outside of that, you have the standard edition, which most of us probably have. Doesn't include any DLC or whatever. Then there's the gold edition that will include the current year's season pass content, and then the complete edition, which will give you the content for whatever the current year's operators are, plus any previous year's operators. And as the years go by, that complete edition will get more and more expensive. If they have a 10-year plan, eventually prohibitively so. But at least that's where it's at right now. So they are going to maintain those same variations going forward, with the exception of one. The standard edition is going to be renamed the advanced edition. So there's not going to be a standard edition anymore. After February 13th, this is all going to be changing. So the price point on all of the variations, except for the starter edition, are going up by $20. So when you used to be able to get the game for 40 bucks for standard edition, the advanced edition will now be 60 bucks. Gold used to be 70, now it's 90, and the complete edition used to be 110, now it'll be 130. And again, that will actually increase as more years kind of build up behind it. But this is a really frustrating thing for a lot of the community because games don't usually go up in price. This game's been out since 2015, so end of year 2015. So games usually go down in price, not up. And when the game first came out, it was 60 bucks, and then it, dropped back down to 40, and now it's back up to 60 again for just the base version of the game. And a lot of people are pretty upset about that. The standard edition has been removed and replaced with the advanced edition, so they have no alternative. And one thing that's happening, and this ties back into the original point with the Outbreak Packs, is that as part of the justification for the price increase, all editions of the game, with the exception of the starter edition, are being given 10 free Outbreak Packs. Now, everybody gets 4 Outbreak Packs for free when they log into Outbreak and they play it for the first time. You're just given 4. And so if you buy any of the versions of the game except for the starter edition, you'll have 14. So that sounds like good. There's 50 total Outbreak Packs that you can get. No duplicates are allowed across all of them. So right off the bat, you've got 14 of the 50 knocked off if you buy the game new. What about, and this is where a lot of the community outrage also comes from, is that we feel ripped off in the larger community, that for people that have been supporting the game since it came out, again, late 2015, or maybe they picked it up in 2016, whatever, they've had a year, 2 years, whatever, into the game already that they've invested in it. They've supported it. They may have picked up the season passes for it. They're not getting any of this, 10 free Outbreak things. But some guy who's maybe never played the game before picks it up on February 13th will get these 10 additional things that the guy that picked it up on February 12th didn't get. There's 2 sides to that argument. Okay, first of all is that, well, the guy on February 13th is also paying $20 more. But there's also the side that, hey, these are cosmetic items. You don't need them. I mean, like I was saying before, there's no gameplay content that's locked behind this. You don't ever have to get any of these Outbreak Packs if you don't want them. That's not really the point, though. The larger point is that, is this the direction we want to see Siege start to head down? Up till now, they have had what I think is the industry role model for what DLC microtransactions look like, with the multiple paths to take to get to it. Grind it on Renown, unlock it with Rainbow credits, make a direct purchase if it's digital content in the shop, or, just hope for a luck of the draw on a random alpha pack. Multiple paths to unlock. Do you want, going forward, for your only option to now become that it's going to be just a blind gamble purchase. You have to only spend money, you can't get it thrown down, and you have no idea what you're going to get in exchange for that money. Is that the way you want it to be going forward? Now, right now, it's just the Outbreak Packs, and the base game isn't changing that way. But if this event is successful and they wind up making a ton of money off of this, what do you think they're going to do going forward? Do you think they're going to be like, wow, that was really successful, let's not do that again? And is that the model that you want the game to have in the future? So this is a concerning thing for the community at large. Based on a couple of these things, I'm really curious to know what you guys think. A lot of the community, if you look on the official Reddit, if you look on the forums, if you look on Facebook and Twitter, on the Rainbow Six Discord, there is, let's just say, lively conversation about this very topic right now, and how, things are taking some very negative turns and they feel like Ubisoft is screwing over their customer base. There are more than one way of looking at this, and I definitely appreciate that. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. So why don't you let me know down in the comments below, or you can share with me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. As always, if you haven't already, please do consider liking and subscribing, and go ahead and click that notification icon so you can be alerted as soon as I make new content available. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.